Like, I'm very close to gagging every single time this goes in my mouth.
What in tarnation is a baby food mukbang? I suppose I'll pay attention to your recommendations in case I have a baby. Or am hungry.
I mean, I think the baby will eat anything, but I think we want to make sure that only the best for baby. Here's the thing. There's a whole lot of baby flavors out there. A lot. This is the very, very first time that I ever walked into the baby aisle at Walmart. And it was very, very awkward because I was doing femboy shit. It was kind of hype. And then I was at Walmart and then I remembered, oh, right, baby food tier list. So I was just like, okay, yeah, sure, we'll go into the baby food aisle and find some baby food. And I spent like 10 minutes there because I was so overwhelmed with like all the baby food options. And then it got really, really awkward because there was a lot of like moms in the baby food aisle. And I felt like really weird because I was like, these moms can either tell that I'm a dude or they think that I'm a mom. And I'm like, this is weird. So I just like tried to get what I could and then I left. So we only have 12 different baby foods. I think this is good for now. I have no idea how long this will last. I don't know how this will go. This could be very, very short, or I could have like an entire YouTube video's worth of things to say about each and every single thing. This could be terrible and we'll never do anything like this again. Or this could be kind of hype and
Oh my god.
This is stage 2 for 6+ months. I think, were they all? Yeah, I think they were all, some of these are stage 1. So if this is kind of hype, I'd be down to continue tasting baby food because there's a lot of baby food. There's way much more than I thought there was initially. I accidentally picked up sweet potato and sweet corn. This is one of the ones that I was dreading. I was gonna pick these kind of like at random. I wasn't sure if we should do it alphabetically or if I should just... Oh, that looks vile. This does not look good. It is?
Mustard.
It kind of does. It kind of looks like expired mustard. How does it smell? Actually, this smells kind of good.
No quiero.
This smells like a sweet potato, which is what we use in empanadas. So this actually might be not as bad. Green peas and green beans is what I'm dreading. Initially, I was going to buy a baby spoon. And I was like, what if I also buy a baby bib? And then I was like, at what point does it get weird? I feel like that point it's already weird, but then I'm like, is this weird in and of itself? This is the first time I've had baby food in like 25 years. I have been cooking my own meals now, so I kind of have an idea of what gourmet is. Would I serve this in a 5-star restaurant? This is sweet potato and sweet corn. I'm already kind of nauseous. It's very watery. I don't want to eat this whole thing. My initial idea was I was going to be very hungry and I was going to eat through all of these. I don't think I can eat all of this. It's not bad. It's very watery, which is kind of off-putting. I feel like if the texture was thicker, I wouldn't mind it. And if it was a little bit sweeter, I wouldn't mind it, but I can understand why they don't want to give children a whole bunch of sugar until they're at least like 3. I wonder if that's why children are so hyperactive. Because like whenever they're babies, they just eat this, and I feel like this has no sugar. 2 grams of sugar. This is pretty much like what you put in an empanada, except it's been watered down. The taste isn't bad. I can feel the corn, I can taste the corn, and I can feel the corn. And I'm fairly certain that's what's contributing to the watered down taste. Yeah, it's pretty bad. Somehow, I feel like adding milk to this would make it more bearable. Because sometimes we do just eat sweet potato and milk. Like a really weird cereal. I'm like on the edge of being nauseous every single time. Like I'm very close to gagging every single time this goes in my mouth. If I were to put a big spoonful of it, we would have a repeat of the mayonnaise incident. I'm fairly certain. Just pretend it's vanilla pudding.
Pretend it's snail cum.
Don't say
Smell.
that. Mmm. Yummy.
Eat the your snummies.
Mmm. Where I would not want to swallow it.
I always swallow. Spitters are quitters. Spitters are outliers. Dude's gonna spit some all over the PC.
But it's not bad. I think C is actually a good place for it. A little bit more sweet potato, I think, would have gone a long way. Alright, let's get a random one. I don't know what this is. This is just sweet potato. Okay, this'll... But... So, I'm not sure if you can tell, but it's also kind of like watery, like the first one. I think that might be a running theme here. Do they add water to this? Ingredients, water, sweet potato. Okay. They probably add the water so that way it's easy enough for it to go down without, like, being a choking hazard for baby. This is way better. Something to note, that was stage 2, the one that we just had right now, and it was, like, a little bit chunky. This is stage 1, and it's definitely, like, more homogeneous. This, I think, is better. Again, the same thing, it's a little bit watery, and I wish that they could add a bit more sugar to it. But there's no corn getting in the way of this. But I'm still feeling nauseous. And it's because, like, it's just so watery. That's what I don't like about it. If this was thick, it'd be good. I would even say it's an A if it was, like, thicker. But it's definitely better than sweet potato and corn. So I can give this a B. I'm not happy about it either.
Everything is better when it's thicker.
I agree. I'm sure that's not some sort of a double entendre for something else. I'm sure that that statement is in regards to my initial statement. Yeah, no, that's a B. I'm having a terrible time, by the way. This is not easy to swallow. Alright, I don't want to see. Up next, we have... What is this? Green peas. This is probably going in D. I don't want to eat this. It even looks kind of gross. Like, this kind of just looks like expired.
Shrek colored.
Yeah, I don't... This is the one that I was dreading the most. I'm gonna have maybe, like, one little bite of this. One little, like... And then that's it. I don't think I can do more. We might have to create a new tier. Oh, this looks bad. We might have to create a new tier that is F. This looks like soup. If the other ones were watered down, this is just straight up soup. Which isn't a bad thing. I mean, carrot soup is very good. Cream of carrot soup is wonderful. This, I assume, is just green peas that are blended with water. And I hate green peas. If anything, this kind of tells me what vegetables I like and what vegetables I don't like. Oh, this smells... It smells like peas. I don't want to eat this one. Oh man, I don't want to eat this one. Oh, that is awful. I hate peas so much. I need a spit bucket. I'm gonna need a spit bucket. That might become a vomit. No. I can't. No, I'm not. I'm not. I had, like, maybe a drop of that. I'm not having any more. Absolutely not. Terrible.
Do these flavors not appease you?
Sweet potato kinda does. Texture, no. Peas, the flavor does not Okay, let me try. Maybe it'll grow on me. This is literally the mayonnaise all over again. Oh, the smell. I could smell it with my tongue. No. No, I'm gonna put this under the sink. No. I'm not cleaning that up.
More mayo.
Honestly, between having another spoonful of mayonnaise and having a whole spoonful of this, I would rather have the mayonnaise. Everything about this is awful. The color of it is awful. The consistency of it is awful. The smell is awful. I would not give this to my baby. My mom just, like, opens up a can of peas and she just eats them like cereal. Without the milk, of course, but you get what I mean.
Pea cereal Craigasm.
Blech. You know, honestly, I feel like if they replaced water with milk for some of these, but it would go bad, and that's probably why they don't do that. Mango. This is mango. I'm excited about this one. Okay, again, it looks awful.
Mango can't be that bad.
Mango, my immediate guess is that it's gonna go up in B with sweet potato, if not higher. If If it's like C tier or lower, I'm gonna be very, very disappointed. It looks kind of like a syrup, kind of like a sauce, which is kind of nice. The color isn't immediately off-putting. Smell? It smells really good. It really smells like you just cut into a mango. Consistency is very smooth. I'm guessing... Oh no, this is stage 2. Alright.
I'd love for you to find one flavor here that you really like and that you continue to buy in secret from here on out.
Hold on. Guys. This is S. This tastes almost exactly like Jumex. Which is mango juice. It's like a Mexican mango juice that you find in a can. Jumex. It's delicious. Like, this is a little bit thicker. This is wonderful, actually. 14 grams of sugar. Yeah. So this is probably why you don't want to give your baby just pure... Oh! This one doesn't have water in it. This is mango puree concentrate, and lemon juice. So you want to give this to your baby as a treat.
Adult diaper baby?
No. No, but I promise you, I already, like, addressed that. I get it.
It's for content, wink.
No, this is good.
This is the most fucked up stream since the pumpkin on
what?
the whole stream. I hope a big mama
Huh?
gives you a big tip.
No, this was good. This was good. Oh. I don't want to look. Alright, what do we have now? Cowits. This could be okay. Is there water in this?
It doesn't get more fucked up TH in what
Yes.
you're doing, Stevie.
It doesn't get more fucked up? I promise you it does. I promise you it does.
Did you move into a cam girl studio?
You like my poll? I'm not too optimistic about Cowits, to be honest. Cowits smells almost exactly like sweet potato, but if sweet potato went bad. Here is Cowit. Do I care at all about this? It's very... Some of the other ones, when you dip it, it sticks to the spoon. Not this. Same issue as before. There's a lack of sweetness, and this doesn't... I don't like mushy carrots. I hate steamed carrots. I like carrots when they are just, like, fresh. Like, you just bite into it and they have that crunch. Whenever they're steamed, they get a really weird taste. I don't like that. And this is, like, an appended version of that. It also has a very weird smell. Again, it's like sweet potato, but if sweet potato went bad. Yeah, and it's also very, like, mushy. Like, it's not homogeneous, and that definitely contributes to it, too. When it's, like, all, like, almost the same, it's fine. But, like, with this, I can taste the, like, lumpy bits of carrot. I could feel the lumpy bits of carrots. But it's better than peas. But not as good as sweet potato and corn. This is the definition of D. I'm very comfortable putting this in D. Terrible, but not in a sense of, like, it goes in terrible tier. Cowit. Oh no. This might be slightly better, marginally better than peas. Why is there a stain on it? This looks like it has more consistency than peas.
Looks like boogers.
Yeah, I can see that. No, I can't see that. That's not... Boogers don't look like that. That looks like vomit. I'm guessing that this will be better than peas. Because peas have a terrible odor about them. Okay, here the bits of green beans stick well enough to the spoon. Not as well as other things that we've seen, but definitely better than carrots. This tastes like bad water. This is, you forgot to clean your cup of vegetable juice, and it got like a little bit crusty, but you served water inside your cup, and there's like little bits of vegetable juice that are swimming around. And in fact, I'm crazy for saying this. It almost tastes like coffee, which is insane to me. Like the way that it feels against my tongue is the way that coffee feels.
Black coffee?
Yeah, it feels kind of like if I just like stuck my tongue, like that part of my tongue, into like my coffee, just to like test how hot it is. But the fact that I'm willing to give this multiple tastes tells me that it's way better than green peas. Carrots, it really is kind of the same thing. It's like water, but there's something like in it. Carrots does not belong in C tier, because sweet potato had a little bit going for it. Sweet potato and corn had the sweet potato going for it. Yeah, I think this is fine. And we have... Ooh, I think I'm excited for this one. Apple, strawberry, and banana. Apple, strawberry, and banana. I have high hopes for this one. Given how good mango was, I'm not expecting another S tier. But I am predicting A. On looks, almost all of these are F. None of these look appetizing. In my gourmet baby food restaurant, I'm not, I would definitely have to work with my staff on the presentation of these meals. I feel like parents do this, right? I feel like at one point somebody who's like feeding their baby this is just like, I wonder what they're eating, and then they like give it a shot and they're like, this is awful. I'm assuming that this is gonna taste kind of like applesauce. All right. Smell is actually, yeah, it's not bad. It was a little bit shocking at first. It kind of smells like an applesauce that you would not think is very good. Okay. This is good. Ah, and again. Okay. Apple puree, strawberry puree, banana puree, water, citric acid, lemon juice concentrate. So these ones where they like actually kind of forego the water a little bit and focus on like the puree aspect of it, these ones kind of go hard. That's good. That is actually good though. This belongs in S. Apple pumpkin. This does not look as good. This might be good actually. I think this is kind of an indicator of like the consistency and thickness of it. I was like ragging on the appearance at first, but honestly, again, that kind of might be a prelude. Because now that I've mixed that little bit in here, it doesn't look as watered down, but the color is a little bit concerning. Spoon test appears to be... it's okay. No. This tastes like tea. I hate tea. But this honestly just... Okay, if there was an apple pumpkin tea, I can promise you that it would taste just like this. If I liked tea, I might really like this. I want somebody to drink an apple and pumpkin tea, and then taste this, and then tell me how they compare. I want somebody else to do it because I hate tea, and I will not be able to give you a proper indicator. I think this might be better than sweet potato. It might be better than sweet potato, or I might have gotten used to this. Let's see. Sweet potato? Mm-mm. No. No, sweet potato is way too watered down. Nope. This, yeah. The pumpkin does not have a good taste to it, particularly. The apple pumpkin does not have a good taste to it, particularly. But the consistency of it lets it go down smoother. Sweet potato has a better taste, but the consistency is what's dragging it down. Yeah. It's not as good as the other apple, but it's better than sweet potato. This is pear and kale. I like that it's pear and kale, indicating that pear is the primary ingredient. In fact, let's take a quick look. Pear puree, kale puree. I've never had kale, so this is going to be my first time trying kale. Consistency looks good. I've learned to recognize that as disgusting as this looks, it's a good indicator. Oh, this smells... Oh, that smells. This smells like... cabbage. It smells like cabbage. No. There's a really odd texture to it, and that is actually the pear, I think. Because pears sometimes have like a very weird, almost dusty texture to them. I do think, though, because of the sweetness and the consistency, it's better than carrot. But it does taste like I'm eating, it does taste like there's dirt in this. And not from like a taste perspective, but like from a texture perspective.
Stream made me hungry. Got a DoorDash 14 cans of baby
You
food.
should do that just to like get a reaction out of the DoorDash guy. They'll probably think that you just have a kid or something. Although if you buy like 14 cans of baby food and then order like adult diapers, they might be like, okay. Taste and consistency isn't even bad. It's one of the better ones. But the dusty texture of it and the smell is what's really bringing it down. But from your pure taste perspective, it's like C tier. In fact, hold on. How does this compare it to carrot? Let's compare it to carrot. There we go. That's better. It's too watery. It's better than carrot only because carrot is too watery. Okay. So, it's better than carrot. Is it scorn and scorn scorn and sweet potato? They're on the same level. It's on the same level. Like yeah, these two are mirror matches. Better taste, worse consistency. Better consistency, bar the dustiness of it. Worse taste. But I prefer the consistency of this over the consistency of this. But I prefer the flavor of this a little bit over this. Yeah. All right. Let's do banana, apple, and pear. If this... that's concerning. It's not viscous. It is thick, though. It is thick. I'm going to guess lower water consistency, which is always a good thing to see in these baby foods. That's what I've learned. If the main ingredient is not water, it becomes much more palatable. But if this has that dusty taste, then we really know that it's the pear that's bringing down the pear and kale. This was very surprising. It's almost too sweet. 15 grams of sugar. How does that compare to mango? Because I believe mango was the sweetest thing we've had so far. Yeah, mango was 14. This has 15 grams of sugar. And it becomes very immediately apparent. It looks kind of like a paste. Which, as far as consistency goes, I'm going to say is a good thing. This is good. It's too thick, though. I think it has the same thing as mango, where if it was a little bit more thinner, it'd be fine. But, like, not so thin like some of these other ones. I think they also make kumeks of this flavor. It's A tier. It's A tier, maybe it's even S tier. How does it compare to apple, pumpkin, and cinnamon? It almost tastes artificial. Way better than apple pumpkin. Compared to apple, strawberry, and banana? Worse. This has a nice balanced flavor to it. Probably because the banana is last. There's a little bit of banana. But I definitely think that this can join the S tier. Now you'll notice the sweeter ones is what's winning. The things that have less sugars in them is what's lower. And I think that shouldn't surprise anybody. I think that makes sense. Okay, butternut squash. I've never had butternut squash before. Maybe I have in stews, but I usually try to not pay attention to the flavor of it because I don't want to. It does not seem very appealing. Ooh, oh god, oh god, oh god, it's dripping, it's dripping, it's dripping. I gotta... Nope. We can immediately tell just by looking at it that it has more of a watery consistency, which does not bode well, and I've already spoiled my first taste of this, trying to prevent a stain on my desk mat. But I don't think it was that bad. It smells very similar to corn and sweet potato and carrot. Mm. This is almost like a very weak sweet potato. When I talked about green beans, I mentioned how it tasted like it was just bad water. This definitely fills that category. Mm-mm. I've had enough. I've had enough. I'm not. Nope. That's it. I don't need to taste this again. I think it's almost exactly the same as green beans, and I don't want to confirm. Okay, green beans has a worse smell. Green beans also has less taste, but I think that does that does it a favor. It's worse than green beans. Yeah, because green beans almost doesn't have a flavor. This has a noticeable flavor, and it is not good. All right. Lastly, we have pear and blueberry. Initially, my thought was to like finish all of these. This was gonna be my dinner. I can't do that. Some of these I will finish. We know which ones. The ones that's pretty much just that looks awful. But that's a good sign. All right, so here's our consistency check. All right, this is the last one. I had very high hopes for this flavor. With these other ones, I was just making sure that I was not picking duplicates, and that's as far as I didn't like look to see what I was actually getting. With this, I noticed that this had a very different color compared to everything else. And when I saw the name of it, this was the one that stuck out to me the most. So I'm hoping that we at least have an A tier snack here. So earlier I mentioned that the pear, that I wasn't sure if it was the pear or the kale that was contributing to that dusty texture. It's the pear for sure. I think this is A. Hold on. We might have to add another tier here. Because this is better than apple, pumpkin, and cinnamon. But I don't... Okay. A+.
Missed most of it. We doing the teething snacks next?
No. For now, this is it. We're just doing some of the stage 2 jar flavors. I think I got all of the stage 2 ones, but I'm not sure.
Actually, it's a breast milk taste test finale.
This is like the antithesis of banana, apple, and pear. This has a little bit of sweetness to it, but not enough for me to be like, delicious. Whereas this has too much sweetness to the point where it's overbearing. I actually think I like this one, even though it's less sweet, because I think the banana is too overbearing. And the texture of it, it's too thick. Yeah. I can comfortably eat this. So this is better. So here's where we got. We got mango. Mango was delicious. It tastes very similar to Humex. Apple, strawberry, and banana was also very good. It's just slightly, it's like bougie applesauce that doesn't taste good because it's bougie, and if it was like cheap applesauce, then, you know, cheap applesauce tastes pretty good. Pear and blueberry it was good. It doesn't have the sweetness to like be up here, but in contrast to banana, apple, pear, which has too much sweetness, it's palpable. The texture of it is fine. There's just enough sweetness for me to be like, yeah, this is good. Banana, apple, pear, too much sweetness, unfortunately. And the banana makes this almost like a creamy texture. It's too thick, it's too viscous. The ones that are higher tier have less water consistency, have less water added to them. With the exception of pear and kale, but I'll get to that in a moment. Apple, pumpkin, and cinnamon does not really compare to apple, strawberry, and banana, because it's lacking in a little bit of sweetness. It has a decent taste to it, but the texture I think is what I didn't like. I think it was too watery. Yeah, so too much water. And I think the pumpkin is throwing me for a loop. Sweet potato had a good taste. It's way too watered down. Water is the first ingredient in this. Because like we eat just like sweet potato at home. We cut up sweet potato and we put it in milk.
Stevie, what is going on here? Do you need help?
No. Maybe. I don't think that a normal person would do this. In sweet potato, I believe the first ingredient listed is water. Yes. So, yeah, from here on out, the first ingredient tends to be water. And that makes it not good. Not good at all. Corn and sweet potato has less sweetness than sweet potato, which is why it's lower. The corn does something a little bit weird. Like, that becomes the predominant taste. And also, again, the first ingredient is water. But yeah, water is the first ingredient in these two. Pear, kale, and cucumber is the... Or pear and kale, not cucumber. I couldn't find an image. Is the exception. The main reason that this one is lower is because it has a foul smell to it. The texture is very dusty because of the pear. And that's bringing it down a lot. Because again, the first ingredient isn't water, which is usually a good thing. But for this thing... Again, am I right? Oh, God, no. It's because it smells like cabbage. And that's the kale that's giving it that smell. Because the taste is almost fine. In fact, hold on. I think it is better. I think I said that it was like on the same... Exactly on the same part as corn and sweet potato. No, yeah, it is. It tastes like cabbage. I can feel like... I feel like I'm breathing in cabbage right now. No. It does not deserve to go any higher than that. Nope. Carrot, again, I think is mostly water. Okay, yeah. So carrot is mostly water, but... Or is mostly carrot, but it just... I don't like steamed carrots. I don't like mushy carrots. I like nice, crisp carrots. Green bean just tastes like bad water. Butternut squash tastes like bad water, except the bad taste is noticeably larger. And then peas is just terrible. Peas is awful. I refuse to have another taste of peas. The smell of it is awful, the look of it is awful, the texture of it is awful, the taste of it is awful. Everything about peas is awful. It's the worst by a long shot.
True.
With these ones, I could have multiple, like, little tastes just to, like, reestablish it and be fine. I refuse to retaste this. This is solid. Sometimes whenever I make tier lists, I'm like, you know, maybe this, maybe that. This, I'm like, I'm done. Like, that's it. I'm gonna burp. Follow me on Twitter. I need somebody to burp me. This was fun. I'm down to do this again. I kind of want to lie down. I'm like sleepy. I can see why babies are like after this are just like, all right. I don't want to cry. I'm just gonna like chill out for the next like 2 hours. I get it. Thank you all for hanging out. This was a lot of fun. Wouldn't have been half as fun without you all.
Bye bye.
I'll see you soon.